the thoughts I have for too long to just be typing in someone else's comment section. So, I'm just going to get straight into it. Thought number one. Our Pistons fans are too impatient and too unbelieving in the talent that we already have on the team. When you look at our roster, it's totally fine. It is totally fine. We just need to utilize the pieces better. Now, that's partially on Casey. That's actually heavily on Casey and Troy Weaver and whoever is really pulling strings outside of those two. Whoever is influencing the decision making. But when you look at who we have, we don't need anyone else. We don't need to make any trades. We don't even need to get another high draft pick. We have Cade Cunningham, Killian Hayes, Grant. We have the whole gang. I don't even need to name them off. If you watch the Pistons, you already know who I'm talking about. What we need to do is develop them. Our biggest weak point right now, it's not even just necessarily our shooting. It's our bigs. Because right now, we can't establish an inside game, and it forces us to shoot a lot of three-pointers as a result. We can't establish an inside presence. Isaiah Stewart, I really like him as a player, as a big. 6'8", I think he's around 250 pounds. I might be wrong about that. He's strong. He is strong, and he has skill. But he is 6'8", playing out of position, where the average center in the NBA is 6'11" to 7 feet tall. Several inches taller than him. And for all the athleticism that he has, all the muscle, he lacks vertical. He does not have elite vertical. You can't be below average in height and lack the hops to actually make up for that lack of height. He needs to be moved to power forward, or leave him at power forward, or leave him at center, and bring in Luka Garza, our other young big. I'm focusing on those two because they're young. They are the guys that we drafted. We got Stewart last year. We got Garza this year. They can both play easier position, especially Garza. You can play him at power forward. He's about 6'10", 6'11", around somewhere between the mid 240s to 250 pounds, which is ideal size, both height and weight. You can play him at center, or you can play him at power forward. He is a defensive liability, but he's still in his rookie season. He finally just got some decent minutes the other night. And by decent, I mean 14 minutes. That's not the most, but it's better than nothing. Give him a chance to actually grow, and his already well-rounded offensive ability is going to get better. His defense is going to get better. His athleticism, because he already cut his weight down from over 270 pounds to where he is right now. And he did that because he knows that he needs to be faster. He knows he needs to be light on his feet. He needs to get stronger in the right kind of way. So he's only going to get better. Be patient with these bigs that we already have between Stewart and Garza, and let them grow. This is a development season anyway. We're not in win now mode. Supporting those two, you got Kelly Olynyk. He showed out for the Rockets last season, and he's a solid player. You got Trey Lyles. He's not going to blow anybody's mind, but he's a solid player. He could be a solid power forward for you. And he's not that old. He's only been in the league. He's been in the league for a good number of years now, but at the same time, he's only like in his mid-20s, I believe. Maybe 25, maybe a little bit older. So, this brings me to the second point. The second point is that people have been speculating as to whether or not we might trade for Marvin Bagley III. For anyone that's not familiar with him, he came out of the same draft, I believe, as DeAndre Ayton, Luka Doncic, and Trae Young, and a few other really, notable players at this point. That was a deep draft. And he came out of that group. And his whole thing coming out of the draft was that he was a very good offensive big. Playing at the power forward position, he was very good offensively all around. Had guard type ability as a power forward. Power forward that can also play center. The problem is that he's also been known to have garbage defense. They knew this coming straight out the draft that he's going to have this defensive issue, and he has not shown much progression. He's still a poor defensive big. Now, when you look at Marvin Bagley III and you look at Detroit, does he fit? No, he doesn't fit. Isaiah Stewart has strong defense. Grant has solid defense. Cunningham has solid defense. Killian Hayes, very good defense. Sadiq Bey has good defense. We have some good defenders. So you're going to bring in a weak defensive player, someone who is known to be weak defensively, to add into that group to fix our issue at the big position? That doesn't make sense. Luka Garza is already thought to have weak defense. And he's in his rookie season, so why not develop him? They're both known for their offense. They're both known to have poor defense. They both have the proper size, so why not develop the guy we already have on the roster? Instead of trading anybody away to get Marvin Bagley III. Now, another issue with Marvin is that Cade Cunningham, I believe it was in one of his YouTube video documentaries, right? He's trying to do some rapping on the side while he's in his rookie season. And now I don't really agree with that, but I mean, that's his decision. That's his decision. He's coming into the league already a very well-rounded player in his own right. He has offensive ability, he has defensive ability, and he can be a playmaker. He can move the ball around. He can set up other people, and he can set up his own shot. He's already well-rounded. He's only going to get better. Marvin Bagley III had bad defense coming in. So he has something very notable to work on. And he's already talking about trying to be a rapper. Doing something on the side in regards to a rap career. So his focus is not quite where it should be for who he currently is. Again, I don't think Cade should really be all that on the whole rapping tip either. I feel like basketball players shouldn't start talking about rapping or anything like that until you've at least finished your rookie contract. Do your rookie years first, and when you get that second contract, when you secure that second contract, then if you want to start dabbling in other things, you want to do some acting in the off season, you want to be a rapper, this, that, whatever, go for it. Dive in. But be focused. So I got a dog. He's over drinking water right now. If you hear something weird, that's him, and then I got 2 cats over there as well. Yeah, a dog and 2 cats. But in any case, Marvin needs to be more focused, and he's not. He's not playing for Sacramento right now. I don't know all the details as to why he's not playing, but I know he's not happy where he's at. He's not happy where he's at. And we're going to bring that into our situation. Mentality-wise, he might not be a good fit. Again, I'm not super in-depth on him as a player or a person, but I just get this bad feeling that he would not fit the team in any way, shape, or form. And the worst part is that people are talking about potentially trading Jeremy Grant, our best player, the only player that's actually been consistent in a good way, the only good, consistent player we've had game in, game out, with the exception of that Nets game where that was just a really rough night. He showed out against Philly, against Milwaukee, against Houston, and he's good. He's been playing power forward, so playing against Milwaukee, he was playing in the proximity of Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is notably one of the best defenders in the league. He played in the proximity of a big, heavy team in Philly. I mean, you got Embiid, you got Tobias Harris, you got Andre Drummond. They have depth at the big position. So even if 1 or 2 of them are even playing, there's still 1 of those 3 playing. None of them are cakewalks. And he showed out against that team. And then you got Houston, right? Houston can be called a bad team. Philly can be called a great team. Milwaukee can be called a great team, and they just won a championship. But all season long, he's been showing up in regards to scoring on all three levels, inside, mid-range, and outside. He moves the ball when he can on a team where people are not hitting wide open shots. He's playing good defense, pulling in the block and assist each game. He's getting in his few rebounds to help in that area. He's been very consistent for us around the board. There should be no talks of trading him. While he's only 27 years old, at an age in the game where people are playing well into their late 30s and still being quality players. Especially on a team where we have the cap space to keep him. Blake Griffin comes off the books after, I believe, next season. Then we're going to have even more cap space than what we already have. I mean, if anything, we should sign him back for another 3-year deal. Let him be our quality veteran moving forward on a very young team. He's 27, and you got players that are between the ages of 20 to 22. When you look at Killian Hayes, Cade Cunningham, Luka Garza, and all of them, right? He's our young veteran. He's only a few years older than them, but he's more experienced because he is 27. He's been on more than one team. He's played a little bit, and he's already showing that he is all-star caliber. So people need to be more patient with this roster. Understand the quality players that we have. Go ahead and call Saban Lee up from the G League. Reduce Kojo's minutes. Kojo is Corey Joseph, for those that don't know. Give those minutes to Saban Lee so he can play at point guard. That Diallo, the Jacksons, both of them, and Sadiq Bey, let them all get minutes at the guard and small forward positions. And, utilize the players you already got. Develop these guys. Almost the entire team is young. Develop the guys you already have. Don't go bring someone else into a delicate situation that's not even going to be a good fit. The man already is known for having bad defense. He's not even playing right now because there's issues going on in Sacramento. We don't need that. This is just the thoughts I've been having. This is a little too much to be top out in somebody's comment section. But I'm seeing a lot of videos popping up left and right about this. And I'm seeing a lot of comments in Reddit and so forth. People constantly talking about our players. Like they just really don't understand the game. Use Luka Garza. Call up Saban Lee. Believe in Jeremy Grant. He is our star player. He's hands down our best player. It's not Cade Cunningham, like a lot of people want to feel. It's Jeremy Grant. Averaging about 40% on field goal shooting. A little over 30% in three-point shooting. Again, he's contributing in rebounds and assists and blocks and steals. He's not fouling very much at all. He gets maybe 2 fouls in the whole game. He's had several games where he didn't get any fouls. He's a smart defender. He doesn't get into foul trouble. He doesn't turn the ball over very often. He draws attention away from our younger guys. Understand who your star player is, which is Jeremy. Understand who your featured players are, and who you need to be developing right now, which is Stewart, Garza, Bay, Hayes, Cunningham, Lee. And then, recognize that you do have good veterans on the team. Grant's our leading veteran. Olynyk and Trey Lyles are our supporting veterans. Corey Joseph and Magruder are kind of useless veterans as far as I'm concerned. But that's me. But I'm going to end this video right here. Those are my thoughts. You don't have to click the like and subscribe button. I honestly I don't care. But if you want to leave a comment, by all means, go for it. I'm always down to hear what other people think.